at the South African Civil Aviation Authority. Good evening to you and welcome to the program. The first question I must ask you, is this just about SA Express? How safe are South African skies?
One, our skies are quite safe. The effort put by CAA really have ensured that we've maintained a very safe record in terms of our civil aviation in this country. The current activity, yes, it is only limited to the operation of South African Express.
Of course, as you heard in that package, there are plans to merge SA Express and with Mango back with SAA. Many people watching our conversation will want to know where does SAA fit as far as all of these safety concerns?
Okay. Currently, there are two airlines, which is South African Express and South African Airways. Each airline has its own approval. So the activities or the audit that we conducted was solely limited to the operation of South African Express.
But the concern will arise from, do they not share, for example, maintenance crews, as you know, they're both owned by the same shareholder, or are they completely separate operations?
They are owned by the same shareholder. However, each one has its own maintenance supplier.
So at least we don't have to worry about SAA or Mango or the others.
Definitely.
Right, let's talk about some of the issues that have arisen. I mean, there were flights recently, I'm thinking of the one from East London to Johannesburg, where there was engine failure mid-air. There was also another one from Cape Town to Port Elizabeth, again having to return due to technical problems. How bad can these situations be before you pick them up?
Once the approval holder has been authorized to operate, we expect them to have control measures that ensure that the operation remains safe. As event like in-flight engine shutdown needs to be investigated to say what was the cause of this, so that you are able to ascertain that this does not extend to any other aircraft in my fleet. But during our audit, one of the concerns that we raised was the operator could not demonstrate to us to say they've done any investigation to determine what's happening. Because sometimes you've got issues, you can single out one item, but you need to ascertain if this thing is not embedded in the system.
Was this a routine check on your part, your routine oversight role, or were there specific concerns that you were dealing with that led you to these findings?
It was a routine check. However, we targeted certain areas that were giving us certain concerns.
So I guess my question around the two incidents I referred to wants to really, or at least is about making sure that we don't get to a situation where something goes wrong before the system as such notices there are problems with any airline.
Okay, our approach is each time there's an occurrence, we want the operator to report to CAA and within a certain time frame to let us know what they found out and what they intend to do with it. With Express instance, there were 3 engine in-flight shutdown, which obviously it was quite significant and concerning. Hence, when we did the safety audit, we concentrated those areas to say, what have you done with this occurrence that we've been coming up in the last few weeks?
So, talk to me about the seriousness of level 1 findings.
Level 1 finding, in terms of a civil aviation regulation, is a finding that has a direct and immediate impact on the safety operation of your aircraft. If not addressed, there's a prospect of that leading to another occurrence.
So, I mean, as we sit here, one of the things we'll think about is that with budgets and all kinds of other things, how easy is it for airlines to cut costs around maintenance because of other considerations?
Any business, for that matter, if it's going to get a little bit tough, they will find a way to try to survive with what they have. Let's go to Express in this instance. 9 of the aircraft have not been operating, which shows that they could not sustain their business with what they had at this stage.
So basically it shows to SA Express having problems quite beyond the technical issues as a going concern.
Something that was quite pleasing to us was that the aircraft that we subsequently grounded, they had been on the ground for some time and they were not operated. So whatever was impacting on their business, somehow they started addressing it. However, with the audit that we conducted, whatever we found, we could not just let it go.
So as we sit here, SA Express effectively is no more, as we said in our package.
Currently, they are not operating. None of the aircraft is operating.
That means they'd have to start from scratch as if they were a new entrant into the market?
Yes, there's 3 approvals that we've granted them, and we suspended all 3 approvals. The approval meaning the certificate of airworthiness to the aircraft, the air operator certificate, which is issued to an airline, and the aircraft maintenance organization that support the airline for their maintenance.
And obviously any other airline that may buy the aircraft that's been grounded, or at least the planes they had, would have to assure you that those planes have been fixed.
Yes, all aircraft, for them to go back to service individually, they'll have to be subject to the oversight or inspection by CAA. Only then, when we find comfort with it, we'll then issue the certificate of airworthiness.
Do you have any similar concerns about other airlines that may be a worry to you?
No, we don't. As soon as any concern comes out, we do extend our oversight to that entity to verify that indeed can we allow this operator to proceed with the operation. But if we have a concern and we find something, definitely we'll act on that organization.
So once again, South African skies are safe.
And we are safe.
All right, definitely. We'll leave it there. Simon Segwabe from the Civil Aviation Authority. Back to Francis.